What's going on, guys? It is Jake back at it again for a beer review for your Wednesday evening. Hope you guys are doing good. So, I know I posted a video talking about this a few days ago, but I had to separate my YouTube channels. So, I know that it says that I probably have like 40 or 50 videos uploaded on one day. But the truth is, those videos I did over a span of about a year. So you can tell in the older videos, I didn't know what I was doing on here. I sucked. I've grown a lot since I started doing YouTube videos. But anyways, I had to separate my channels because there was beer reviews and then there was the spiritual talk stuff. And you can't really mix those two audiences, So I had to separate them. So I had to start from ground zero, which sucks. So even though I had to basically throw away over 100 subscribers doing this stuff, it was worth it because, trying to be more professional, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. So, I'm trying to rebuild this channel, so I definitely want more people. So, but that's just to let you guys know because this is probably coming out as a new channel. Just so you guys know, I am not new. I've been here for over a year. It's just I had to start a new channel, and if there was a way that I was able to upload my videos with the comments and likes from the previous channel, I would have. So even though my videos are coming off as no views, no comments, I had views and I had comments, and I can go back and I can add the descriptions I had before. But basically, I had a good amount of people, but I had to basically throw it all away in order to separate my channels. So that's one thing, so just wanted you guys to know that. But let's get into it. So, I've never heard of this beer before. I'm going to be honest, I don't know if it's going to be good or not. But my brother, he's big into craft beers. And he sent me a picture last night of him drinking this beer. And he said it was really, really good. So, I saw it today and I was like, hey, I might as well try it. Who knows? This is not the type of beer that I usually get. So, we'll see. This is going to be hit or miss, but I thought it'd be a good video to do. So, without further ado, it's called, and again, this doesn't look that appealing to me, so I really hope this is good. It's called Fruit Slave. And if you guys know, I'm into the spiritual stuff, and check this out. There's the Illuminated all-seeing eye on this beer. It's by Illuminated Brew Works, which ties right into the Cabal and the Illuminati stuff, so that's kind of interesting. But this is a double IPA, double dry hopped, and it's just intense with fruit. So if you guys are new, and again, I'm expecting to have a lot of new people because I had to do this. What I do is I go on to Beer Advocate, and I see what people say. And then I usually, give off basically what this beer is about. And it's not showing up. I don't think that this beer, honestly, is well known at all. I think that's why. So it's taken a little longer to find this beer. So I apologize, everybody. But I am back doing beer reviews, so I'm happy. Because I absolutely love doing this for you guys. This is my favorite hobby, so found it. So we have the Illuminated Brew Works out of Chicago. So this is from here. So this is from where I'm at, if you guys couldn't tell from here. It's getting really good reviews. Overall, I'm certain this one was awesome out of the keg. Unfortunately, there's something wrong with either the bottle or transport. So that was a bad one. Very respectable double IPA. Would have again. I think there's a lot of potential with this brewery. Yeah, so I mean the reviews aren't too good, but that's why I'm here. So let's see. And this is a big bottle too, guys. So it's gonna suck if this beer isn't that good because it was a big ass bottle. It was like $15 just for this, and that's part of my beer reviews, guys. I always say how much it was, because obviously the price is gonna play a factor. I mean, who wants to sit there? Oh God, this is like, hold on. I've never seen a beer like this. Look at how light this is and how, like, it's white. It's a white beer. Extremely fruity. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm going to pick off a lot from this beer. Absolutely. So what I'm getting so far, I'm getting peach, mangoes. I'm getting some orange, a little bit of that orange citrus taste, or smell, sorry. Again, very citrus. This is a very, very fruity, like fruity out the ass beer. A little bit of hops, but not too much. I'm smelling Cascade. What do they have on here? Does it say? Okay, so it's saying Matuka, Citra, and Mandarina Bavaria hops. So Bavarian hops. And if you guys are in tune and you guys, have seen my previous videos, you'll know that my favorite beer of all time is Doppelweizen by Lagunitas. I'm not a big Lagunitas fan, but Doppelweizen doesn't taste like a Lagunitas beer, and that's why I like it. And that's an extremely Bavarian style beer. So hopefully this is similar, but I'm not sure. I don't think so, though. I doubt it. I'm getting some apricot and a little bit of a pear. I'm getting a little bit of a pear taste, Kind of like that bittersweet is kind of sweet, but not really at the same time. So you guys know what I'm talking about. Very bittersweet with this. And the hops are pretty light. Like, yeah, you can tell that it's a hoppy beer, but I mean, it's called Fruit Slave for a reason. So very, very fruity. So I have a feeling this beer is going to be, before I even try it, just from the smell, from the waft, I'm getting this is going to be a very peach-infused beer. I'm not sure if I'm going to like it. So it's really funny. In case I don't like this beer, I ended up getting some Firestone, which I can do a review if you guys want me to. It's Firestone Leo versus Fordham or something like that. I forgot the name. It's the rye style. I've had all their Leo versus series beer, and I gotta tell you, that's some of the best beer I've ever had. But a rye beer is gonna be interesting because I'm not a malt person, so like I look at rye as malty kind of. So we'll see how that goes. But if I don't like this, I got that beer for backup. So we're good. We're good today. But let's get into it, guys. So salute, and I'll let you know how this goes. Wow. This beer doesn't really taste like much. It's so light for a double. I'm going to be honest, guys. All right, look at this shit. Okay, now I'm not on my spiritual video, so I can swear. Check this shit out, guys. So it's double dry hopped. Here, let me get this for you. Double dry hopped and double IPA, yet it's 7.5%. I wouldn't consider 7.5 a double IPA. I personally think it has to be at least 8% to be a double IPA. I've had many IPAs that are 7%, so to go 7.5 and say double, nah, I'm not buying that. Not with me. I say in all my videos, I don't know any women personally who enjoy craft beer. But I think this would be a beer that women would actually enjoy. And if you're a woman out there and you enjoy craft beer and you enjoy like the double IPA, really hoppy stuff, please absolutely show me wrong. Let me know. Put it in the comments if you guys do. But anyways, this is a beer that I can see women liking. And I'm not trying to be sexist. Don't get me wrong. It's just every single woman that I've had try, that. And that's the only way I can really think of it. Like the manly... It doesn't taste, perfect kind of beer, very strong. my most recent girlfriend, I would always make her try the beers just because I knew how much she disliked them. So it was really funny to see her have this awful taste in her mouth, you know. But anyways, back to the point. I can see women enjoying this beer. It doesn't taste like much, but what I am getting is, have you guys ever had a mimosa? I mean, I know it's not the usual drink. It's a fancy drink, you know. But a mimosa, you know, champagne and orange juice. And that's what I'm getting from this. It's almost like that mimosa, fruity, so light. I mean, I can probably chug this beer. If you guys are new, I always talk about it. I've never been able to chug a beer. I can't. I can take big gulps and just keep doing that, but I can't chug beer, you know. There's something in it where it doesn't let me do that. But this beer is so light, I guarantee you I can probably chug this other half of this bottle. I could probably do that. Because of how light this beer, I mean, this beer literally, it tastes like nothing. Like, it tastes like absolutely nothing. Yeah, and I was right. I called it. And my brother didn't tell me what it was going to taste like. He was like, hey, I tried this beer. It's pretty good. Check it out. Because he knows I do beer reviews, but this isn't my type of beer, you know. I'm someone where I like high percent, double IPA, extremely hoppy. If it's a triple IPA, even better. You know, I'm like that extremist when it comes to beer. So I mean, this is a very good beer, but it's not what I usually would drink. But this is definitely not bad. I absolutely recommend it. If you guys want a 7.5% beer, or after drinking this, it's definitely going to do something to you. If you want that with a beer that does not really taste strong, then here you go, you know. I mean, this is a really bad way to put it, but it's like, hey, if you wanted to, you know, this is really bad, so I apologize, but it's like, hey, if you wanted to, you know, kind of get a little tipsy without dealing with a taste, this is what you drink, you know. I mean, you drink that whole big-ass bottle, I guarantee you're going to feel something. I'm probably going to feel something, so we'll see. But extremely peach, apricot, mango, a little bit of pineapple. It says on the bottle you're going to get a lot of pineapple in this beer. I'm not really getting a lot of pineapple, to be honest with you. And I always read this off for you guys. If you guys are not new, then I apologize. But for the people who are new, because, you know, like I said, I have to start from the ground up again. I always like to read off the sayings on bottles or cans because I really like what breweries put out. You know, they always put some witty stuff. So this is what it says on this. You know there wasn't fruit in the gum you chewed as a kid, right? It was an illusion, a trick played on your impressionable mind by bad-intentioned scientists bankrolled by fat cat macro gum corporations exploiting your enthusiasm for big, juicy flavors. I got something to say about this, so listen up. Well, there's no damn fruit in this beer either, just an incredibly wasteful amount of Matuka, Citra, and Mandarina Bavaria hops to make you believe it's full of tropical delights. Drinking this, you'll be so lost in juicy rapture with your pleasure centers popping at the seams, but we'll have you forever in our lovable grip. Another member of our dubious cult. I'm getting there. Dubious cult, a fruit slave forever, powerless to your juicy needs. My God, could this be any more straightforward that they're totally... I mean, I know they're like using the whole Illuminati cabal bullshit, you know, I mean, for marketing for this because they know that people know about it, but my God. And I'm not trying to get in the spiritual stuff, but I gotta say this here, guys. Okay, the spiraling right here is what they use for mind control, and they use that towards kids mainly. Look it up. I'm not going to get into that here because that's not what this is for. So take that. Take this. Okay, take the all-seeing eye. Take the fact that it's Illuminated Brew works. And take what they're talking about, cults, your needs. You know, it was an illusion, trick of your mind by scientists, powerless to the needs. Fruit slave. Can I get any more obvious? Slave. The fuck, man. I mean, this is so out there. It's so ridiculous, you know? It's like I want to give it a bad review just because I don't support these people. That's really funny. And I know you guys probably haven't seen my spiritual video, so no, I'm not someone where I talk about the Illuminati and Cabal. I don't need to. I'm past that, you know. I'm a channeler. I work with spirit, you know. I have people talk through me, you know. I'm way farther than that, so I don't want to come off as, you know, I'm a conspiracy theorist person, because I'm like way past conspiracies. I don't even have to theorize anything anymore, if that makes sense. Anyways, so I'm just so surprised by this beer. And it's very creamy, you know? Like, I feel like they put like milk in this beer, you know? It's like creamy, thicker, but it's very light. It's refreshing. It's not a bad beer. It's just not the type of beer that I personally would choose to drink. So you guys can take that however you want. But out of 10, you know, I think I'm going to have to give this a 7.5 out of 10. It's not a bad beer, like I said, but it's just not what I enjoy. This is a beer that, would I buy it again if there was nothing else? Sure. But if there's other stuff, I'd rather buy the other stuff. And, excuse me, if you guys want a beer where it's so incredibly light, you just can't really wrap your head around the fact that it's like a double IPA, but it tastes like nothing. I mean, just for that trick, you know, like they even say that illusion, you know, it's a reason to get this beer. It's not your typical beer. You're not going to come across beer like this. You're just not going to. So, very interesting. So yeah, I'll give it a 7.5 out of 10. The good is that it's very refreshing. It's enjoyable. This is a beer that you definitely want in the summer because of how fruity it is and because of how refreshing and non-strong it is. This is definitely a beer where, you know, if it was a hot summer and you had this freezing cold, ooh, that would go so good. That'd be fire. That'd be amazing. So that's definitely when you want this beer. So I don't know why they're selling it now in the winter. Makes no sense. I got it from Binny's, and again, you know, $15 for this is definitely not worth it, but to try it out one time, sure, I guess, you know. It was $12, but then with tax it was like 14 something, you know, or something like that. So around 15. Within this beer, you're gonna get a lot of peach, a lot of citrus, a lot of mango, definitely some tropical notes too. So a little bit of pineapple. There is that pear and that apricot, that bitter sweetness with it. And the Bavarianness with it, if that makes sense, if that's a word, the Bavarian aspect of this beer basically makes it really smooth. It's very enjoyable. It's not a beer that's hard to drink at all. This is one of the easiest beers I've ever drank. But it's really interesting how, like, it's so light and smooth, but it's 7.5%. So, you know, if you drink this whole thing fast, it's gonna hit you. So at the same time, that's like something good to work off. But the most, you're gonna get peach. So it's a peachy beer. If you don't like peach, you're not gonna like this beer. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I can't really think of anything else. It's pretty enjoyable. So I'm going to go and I'm going to enjoy this beer. And I'll see you guys in another one. So to wrap this up, we got Fruit Slave by the Illuminated Cabal Brew Works from Corrupt Chicago. And 7.5%, like I said, with this beer, you're going to get peach, mangoes, hops, that Bavarian creaminess, weediness, I guess you can say maybe. A little thicker, but enjoyable, and I like those thicker beers. But it just doesn't meet my expectations. That's just me. It's not my type of beer, though, so it's like, you know, it's like if I reviewed a stout. I don't like stout, so I'm not really one to talk about stouts. So, you know, it's not my field, but I definitely recommend this to you guys. As you guys know, if a beer sucks, I say it. This beer does not suck. It's just not your average beer. But like I always say, let's try to not make different a bad thing. So I am Jake, Jakey Boy. I will be back in another beer review. If you guys are interested in my other channel, it's Running with Spirit -Jake. So if you guys want to go check that out, it's a lot bigger than this channel. So if you guys want to check that out, you can. If not, no big deal. This is just for my beer review people right now, 2 different audiences. So thank you guys for watching, and thank you for sticking with me through this separation of channels. So thank you for sticking it out and being cool. So thank you guys. I will be back in another one. So take care, guys. Love y'all. Peace.